infirm, weak and despised old man!
King Lear is about monumental pride.
It's about intergenerational stress.
It's a kind of symphonic variation on a theme of love.
Lear, for me, is his most contemporaneous play.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
When I did the adaptation, I wanted to set the modern world against the ancient world.
Setting it in the present day with everything that's going on in the world today was a really interesting approach.
I wanted the play, which was written in 1606, to resonate with some buildings that have existed even longer than the play itself. So the Tower of London, Dover Castle, or Hatfield House.
It's a very clever sort of conceit on Richard's part and the designers to have these great historical buildings, but to set modern dress characters within them.
Opening sequence, a Range Rover pulls into the Tower of London, and then you go in and you see the chapel with a plate glass boardroom table in it.
The king is coming.
With leather executive chairs. And of course that combination illuminates the central idea of the whole adaptation.
This shall not be revoked!
Tower of London was quite possibly the weirdest place I've ever filmed. There was just this air to it.
Then we come to Hatfield House. We've actually taken some of the furniture away, so you see more of the architecture of the house. It also gives it a more stylised appearance. I was quite keen for the whole film not to be too cluttered and to give it quite a hard edge and a crisp look, really. So not overly dressed, quite pared back rather than layered. After the scenes in Hatfield House, Lear begins to lose his mind. The whole look of the film changes. So the first half we've got quite rich colours, rich locations. As he leaves Hatfield House and goes off into the wilderness, the whole film begins to become greyer and a lot more desaturated.
The sort of fulcrum of the story is when the doors are shut against Lear and he's cast out of comfort into the wasteland.
It's like moonscape. It's a working quarry and it's very bleak. And it's pouring with rain. In the distance, we come across a group of Syrian refugees who are on the road travelling, and it's a central point in the film where we move from the luxury out into this sort of mad, desolate world. We end up in Dover, which is mainly army camps.
I wanted it to be a place that had a sort of absence of colour. So it's a white world, it's a clean sheet. I was very, very clear what I wanted of the costumes. Where FOTINI DIMOU, the costume designer, has been completely brilliant creatively is designing the costumes in a way that describes their character without ever feeling that the actors are wearing costumes.
Emma Thompson's costumes are about somebody who is a metal. She's metallic, she's cold. The colours that we chose, she puts up a front. Emily Watson's character is quite different. There's something a little more voluptuous about her. There is a kind of sexiness there. King Lear is a dictator. We base him on a classic dictator look. It is a little bit like Stalin, but the colours, of course, are ours.
The first day I tried the uniform on or the costume on, it's that thing that happens with an actor. If you've prepared it enough and you look in the mirror and you've got it on and you think, oh, that's it.
This shall not be revoked!
Naomi did the makeup and I wanted the battle scar here because he was a warrior.
He's a good man, I'll tell you that.
Naomi Dunn, makeup designer, has done truthful makeup, savagely representing a kind of bleakness of how somebody looks. For instance, the way that Lear looks when he becomes a derelict and he turns up in the shopping precinct. When we were filming there, he was mistaken over and over again by passers-by as a homeless man.
Look, a mouse.
Everybody has been committed to trying to make this film as good as it possibly can be. So it's been an absolutely exhilarating experience for me. It doesn't actually get better than that.